The men had been working on the new engine for a long time. "What's his name?" the other engines kept asking. "We don't know, it's a secret," was always the reply. "Everyone just calls him Number 7. At last, Peter Sam could contain himself no longer. He asked the Fin controller, "Wouldn't you like to know?" "I do."
What is it?
Came a chorus of voices. "But I'm not telling. You'll have to wait until the naming party." Ivo Hugh, the railway's chief engineer, was going to be doing the naming. Even he didn't know the engine's name.
"But Mr. Hugh, you must know what it is," protested Skarloey.
"I'm afraid not," laughed Mr. Hugh. "The name won't be painted until the last minute."
"It must be a place or a person," said Sir Handel, "to match us."
"I think it's a place," decided Renius. "But why is it a secret?" The other engines didn't know, but they thought Renius's idea was the best. On the great day, a special train was to pick up the Fin controller, his guests, and Mr. Hugh, and bring them to the sheds for the ceremony. Skarloey, as the oldest engine, was going to pull it. Nancy came early to the sheds. First they cleaned Skarloey, then they polished Peter Sam. Skarloey whistled cheerfully as he went up the line. By then, all the other engines looked just as smart as he did. Skarloey passed the big house where the Fin controller lived and went as far as the middle station. There, he ran around the train and pulled it back downhill. He stopped at the big house, and when the Fin controller and his guests were on the train, he stopped near the cottage where Mr. Hugh lived. Skarloey had just restarted when, with a squealing noise, something dashed by his front wheels. He stopped quickly. "What on earth?" demanded the fireman, hopping out of the cab. In the long grass beside the line laid a large mother pig, and frisking around with her a crowd of small piglets. Skarloey couldn't go any further until they were caught. But the pigs didn't want to be caught. "Oh dear," Skarloey sighed. "We're going to be late for the party now. I know it." The Fin controller, Mr. Hugh, and even some of the guests had joined the chase until all the animals had been captured and carefully put back into their field. At the sheds, a large crowd had gathered around the engines. Number 7, with his name hidden by a curtain, simmered quietly. The minutes kept ticking. Renius was getting anxious. "Something must be wrong," he whispered to Duke. "Skarloey should be here by now."
"Perhaps the Fin controller wasn't ready,"
Duncan grunted, but he was firmly hushed by the others. At last, they heard a whistle in the distance. A little later, Skarloey puffed thankfully to a halt next to the new engine. "I'm very sorry we're late," laughed Mr. Hugh. "We've been chasing pigs." And he told them all about what happened. "Now then," he went on, "I'm here to name an engine. I don't know what he's called, so your guess will be as good as mine. Without further ado, I name this engine. He pulled back the curtain. Bless my soul, no, not that. It's Ivo Hugh. He turned to the Fin controller. I'm honored, sir. Thank you so much. The Fin controller laughed happily as the crowd cheered out in excitement. All the little engines whistled together in acclamation.